everyone. We're going to do a short half-hour class today on the cervical spine, neck, and shoulders. We've had a few requests asking if there's some asanas we can do to relieve tension in the neck and the shoulders. So it'll be a half-hour class, and we'll begin in a comfortable seated position. And just keep in mind, if you've had any neck problems or upper back problems, just make sure you check with your doctor before you do any of these poses, and just do what feels right for you. If something doesn't feel right, just come out of the pose and wait for the next one. So we'll get started in a comfortable seated position. If you'd like, if you have blocks or if you have a blanket that you can roll up to help you in some of the poses, just keep that close by. And just start with resting your hands comfortable on your lap. And just begin to calm your mind, relax your body. And just gently close your eyes and bring your focus to your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And just gently roll your shoulders around, back and down. And starting with the head, begin to relax your body, relax your eyes, your mouth, your jaw. Relax your shoulders, your arms, and feel your body begin to get heavy through your waist, grounding down through your sit bones, and relaxing your legs all the way down to your feet. We're going to take 3 deep inhales in through our nose and exhale out through your mouth. So take a deep inhale in through your nose, completely filling your lungs up with air. And slowly exhale out through your mouth. Take another deep inhale in through your nose. And slowly exhale out through your mouth. And last one, deep inhale. And exhale. And then just go back to your regular breath and slowly bring your chin to your chest, feeling the stretch up the back of the neck. Keeping a long spine here. And on your next inhale, slowly roll your left ear towards left shoulder and exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Gentle movement matching your breath to your movement. And then on your next inhale, roll your right ear towards right shoulder and exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder, and exhale, chin to chest. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, make a complete circle, inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. Gentle movement here. And then we'll go in the opposite direction, inhaling up and exhaling down. And next time your chin's to chest, leave it there. And on your next inhale, draw a line with your nose up towards the sky. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, drawing a line with your nose up towards the sky. Feeling the stretch up the front of the neck. And exhale, chin to chest. feeling it in your throat. Inhale. Maybe put a slight space between your lips when you're inhaling, and exhale, chin to chest. And one more round. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come back to neutral spine and slowly open your eyes. And we're just going to interlace our hands behind our back and really pull those shoulder blades back and down. And then just bring your hands to that right hip. Keeping your shoulders down. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, just look over your left shoulder. So you're keeping that right shoulder back. Your hands are interlaced and on that right hip here. Take a few deep breaths here. And then come back to center and just bring your hands around to that left hip, keeping your shoulders back and down. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, look over that right shoulder. Take a few deep breaths here. Then inhale back to center. Release your arms here. Inhale, extend your arms out in front of you, palms facing up. Keeping your shoulders strong, keeping your long in the spine here. On the exhale, bring your fingertips to shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fingertips to shoulders. Your core is engaged and you're engaging your arms here, really reaching out, and then bringing your fingertips to shoulders. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Now leave the fingertips on your shoulders and inhale, open the elbows to the sides, bringing those shoulder blades back as far as you can, as close together as you can. And then exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the elbows together. Inhale, opening the elbows to the sides, bringing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, bringing the elbows in front of you. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Now leaving the elbows together, we're going to make circles. So we're inhaling the elbows up and around, and exhaling back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Inhaling back and up. Exhaling forward and down. Match your breath to your movement here. Getting movement in the shoulders, keeping the neck relaxed here. And we'll do one more round. And then release your hands by your side. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead, lengthening the torso. Exhale, slowly release your hands back down by your side. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, release. And inhale, reach up, arms overhead. On the exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat, right arm over that right ear. Then inhale, come back up to center, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right hand down to the mat, left arm over that left ear. Keeping that left sit bone grounded, feeling the stretch up the left side of the body. Then inhale, reach up, arms overhead, and exhale, slowly release your hands by your side. And now if you're sitting on a blanket or a block, you can take that out now and just extend your feet out in front of you. slight bending your knees here. And we're going to place our palms flat on the mat beside us. And just lengthen the spine, ground down through your sit bones, reach out through the crown of your head. Your feet are flexed, your legs are engaged, and you're pressing your palms into the mat. Everything is engaged here. Take a few deep breaths here. And then release, relax everything. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead, lengthen your spine. On the exhale, begin to hinge from your hips to forward fold. So wherever your hands land is fine. Putting a little bend in your knees will let you get deeper into the fold. Really reach those fingertips forward, lengthening the spine here. Let your head get you deeper into the fold. Then inhale, slowly come up, hands overhead. And exhale, release your hands by your side. Bring your right knee in towards your chest and cross it over your left leg. We're going to go into half Lord of the Fishes. So bring your right hand behind your right hip and bring that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. We're going to inhale and lengthen and exhale, twist to look over that right shoulder for half Lord of the Fishes. If you want to do full Lord of the Fishes, if you're comfortable, bend that left knee, left leg, and bring that foot by your right hip. Your left foot by your right hip, so that left toes are pointed back, your right hand's behind that right hip, your left elbow is on the outside of that right knee. You're going to take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist looking over your right shoulder. So you're feeling this, you're pulling that right shoulder back, you're twisting from the rib cage here, relaxing the neck. And with each inhale and exhale, see if you can get a little bit deeper into the twist. And then release the twist, come back to center, straighten that right leg, straighten that left leg. Hug that left knee in towards your chest, and then you can cross it over that right leg for half Lord of the Fishes. Left hand is behind your left hip. Right elbow is on the outside of that left knee. If you want to go into full Lord of the Fishes, you can bend that straight leg towards that left hip. Making sure, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, twist, looking over your left shoulder. If you have that right foot, the right leg straight, make sure you keep your foot flexed. And just take a few deep breaths here, pressing that left shoulder back, opening the chest here. Pressing that right elbow into that left knee. Then release the twist, come back to center. And we're just going to sit on our knees here. You can either sit on your heels or you can sit and have your legs beside you for hero pose, whichever's more comfortable for you. We're going to go into cow facing arms, which are really good for the shoulders. So bring your left hand behind you between your shoulder blades. And then just bring your right hand to that left elbow. And see if you can press that left elbow towards your right here. You're going to feel the stretch in that left shoulder. So your left hand is between your shoulder blades or as far back as you can get it. Right hand is on left elbow. And just begin to press it towards the right. And now from here, this is where if you have a belt or a towel or a blanket, you can drape that behind you to try to reach your right hand to meet the left. So you're trying to meet the left hand and the right here. If they can't meet, you can drape a blanket or a belt behind you to bring the hands closer together. You're going to feel the stretch in that left shoulder here. And just take a few deep breaths here. And then release your left arm, release your right. And now we're going to go on to the right side. Bring that right hand and place it behind you. Try to get it between those shoulder blades. And then bring your left hand to that right elbow. And just see if you can press that right elbow towards the left a little bit, feeling the stretch in that right shoulder blade. And then release that left hand and bring it behind you and see if you can meet that right hand. Interlock those hands to feel the stretch in that right shoulder. Breathing into the shoulders here, relaxing the muscles. And then release your hands, shake them out. And we're going to go on into tabletop. So we're going to go on to all fours. And we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So make sure your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. Pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. On the inhale, drop your belly, take your gaze up for cow. And on the exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, pull your tailbone down, really getting an arch in the back, creating space between you and the mat. Then inhale, drop your belly, take your gaze up, feeling the stretch in the front of the throat. And exhale, tuck your chin and round your spine. Match your breath to your movement, getting the fluid moving in the spine. Really rounding the shoulders for cat, creating space between you and the mat. And inhale, drop your belly, lifting the chest. And we'll do one more round and meet back in neutral spine. Now we're going to go in to thread the needle. So make sure that your feet are flat on the mat, your hips are over your knees. If you have trouble reaching the floor, you can always bring your head down to a block or down to a blanket. So on the inhale, raise that right arm up towards the sky. And on the exhale, bring that right arm behind the left. Bring your right shoulder and right ear down to the mat. You can extend that left arm out in front of you, or you can place it on your low back, opening up that left shoulder, opening up that left side of your chest. Take a few deep breaths here. Then place that left hand back down on the mat. Inhale, raise that right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, bring that right hand back down to the mat. And inhale, raise your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread that left hand behind that right arm. Bring that left ear and left shoulder down to the mat, extending that left arm out. You can extend your right arm out in front of you, or you can place that right hand on your low back, opening up that right shoulder here. Take a few deep breaths here. Then bring that right hand back down to the mat. Inhale, raise that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring that left hand back down to the mat. Now we're going to go into puppy pose and take a few deep breaths. So just walk your hands out in front of you, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Press your hips back a little bit here towards your heels for extended puppy pose. This is great for the shoulders and the upper back here. Take a few deep breaths here, pressing the hips back. Now we're just going to slide forward to forearm plank. So your shoulders are over your elbows here, palms flat on the mat, and just come up on your toes. Here, engage your core for forearm plank. Then slowly lower your hips down to the mat. Flip your toes, point your toes back, and look straight ahead for Sphinx pose. Your shoulder blades are back. You're looking straight ahead. You're lengthening your torso here. And your shoulders are back. Now we're going to go back into puppy pose. So take a deep inhale, begin to come up on your forearms, raise those hips high, and extend your arms out in front of you. Press the hips back a bit for extended puppy pose. Feel the stretch in the shoulders and in the upper back here. Engaging your core. If you're comfortable here, you can try to bring your chin to the mat. Relaxing the shoulders. Then slide forward for forearm plank. Engaging your core here, elbows under the shoulders, pressing the forearms and palms into the mat. Make sure your pelvis doesn't drop. Then slowly lower your hips down to the mat. Flip your toes, shoulders back, looking straight ahead for Sphinx pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Now we're just going to go back into child's pose, so just press back. Big toes are overlapping. Your knees are wider than hip distance apart. And just begin to lower your torso between your knees, reaching your arms out in front of you, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. Now we're going to come back into tabletop. We're going to go into a downward facing dog. So flip your toes, hover your knees, and then slowly begin to lift your hips up towards the sky. You can pedal out your feet, go up on your toes, sink those heels down, press those hips high. And inhale, look up between your hands. Exhale, walk or step forward, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up, hands overhead. And exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, reach up. and exhale, release. Now we're going to go into Tadasana mountain pose, so make sure your feet are hip distance apart, grounding down through all four corners of your feet. Palms are facing forward, roll your shoulders around, back and down. Take a few deep breaths here. Now we're going to interlace our hands behind our back. If that's uncomfortable for you, just place them on your low back and really bring those shoulders blades as close as you can together. And take a deep inhale, take your gaze up. And on the exhale, we're going to begin to hinge from our hips to forward fold. So you're pressing those hands back, and as you fold, you're going to notice your arms begin to lift. So your hands are up away from your body here. You can put a slight bend in your knees, trying to get deeper into the fold, but you're going to feel this. You're going to feel that in your shoulders here, taking the bind. Then inhale, slowly roll back up to center. Release your hands, bring your hands to heart center. Now from here, we're just going to step our right foot back, going into warrior two. So you're going to step that right foot back parallel with the back of the mat. Turn your hips towards the long side of the mat. Front heel is in alignment with your back arch. Put a bend in that front knee. And then when you're ready, extend your arms out beside you. Roll those shoulders back and down. Looking over your left fingertips here, making sure your hips are squared to the long side of the mat. You're going to feel this in the shoulders, and from here we're going to go into a dynamic movement. So we're going to go into triangle and then back into warrior two. So take a deep inhale, lengthen the spine here. On the exhale, straighten that front knee, reach that left arm out, and bring that left hand down to that left calf, right arm up ahead. Straight ahead, straight line from that right hand to the left. You want that right shoulder parallel with the left. They're stacked on they're stacked over each other, not parallel. Feel the stretch in that right hip and in the shoulders. Inhale back to warrior two. Put a bend in that knee. Bring those shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale back to this was triangle. Inhale back to warrior two. And then we're just going to step forward to Tadasana. Take a few deep breaths here. Now place your hands on your hips. Step that left foot back. Turning your hips towards the long side of the mat. Put a bend in that front knee. Extend your arms out to the sides. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, straighten that right knee. Bring that right hand to that right calf. Left arm up towards the sky for triangle. Inhale back to warrior two. Put a bend in that knee. Shoulders are back and down. And exhale, triangle. Making sure that you have a straight line from your right hand to your left. And one more. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, triangle. And inhale, warrior two. And step forward to Tadasana. We'll take a few deep breaths here, and then we're going to go down to the mat. So we're going to go down to the mat. We'll get there through squat. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, begin to bring your hands to heart center and bend your knees here. Take a few deep breaths here. And then bring your hands to the mat. And we're going to come down to the mat. We're going to do a pose, fish pose. And we're going to start, you might want to roll up a blanket to protect your neck. It goes across your low back or your upper back. So we're going to roll down to the mat, and you can place the blanket under your shoulders here. Your knees are bent flat on the mat here. And you're just going to lift your hips and bring your hands underneath your buttocks. So you're not going to lift your buttocks off the mat here. To go into fish pose, you're going to lift your hips and tuck your elbows under. So your weight is on your hands and your elbows. And then just lift your chest, your heart, and you can go on the back of your head, of your head, or the top of your head, the crown of your head. It depends on the bend of the arch of your back. If you're comfortable here, when you get there, you can extend one leg out or another leg out, both legs out. You're pressing into your heels. Your back is arched. Your weight is on your hands and your forearms. There should be no weight, hardly any weight on your head. If you're comfortable here, you can go to the crown of your head, lifting, and you'll feel this in the shoulders. And then slowly roll down, hug your knees into your chest, and rock from side to side. If you have the blanket under your neck, take it out. Place your feet hip distance apart, palms flat on the mat beside you. And we're just going to go into bridge pose from here. So on the inhale, begin to lift your hips up towards the sky. Walk your feet towards your shoulders, keeping your knees forward, tucking the shoulder blades under a little more. You can interlace your hands behind your back. You can go up onto your toes. And then come back to the soles of your feet. Release your hands and slowly lower back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, extend your feet up towards the sky for legs up the wall. Point and flex your feet. And then hug your knees into your chest. And we'll get ready for Shavasana. So just extend your legs long out on the mat. And place your hands away from your body, palms facing up. If that's uncomfortable, your palms can be facing down. And just gently close your eyes. And relax your forehead, relax your eyes. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Feel your belly rise and fall on the inhale and exhale. Then begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your head from side to side. And when you're ready, roll on to your favorite side. your eyes closed, come up to seated position, hands at heart center, thumbs at your sternum, slight bow to your head. Yoga is a journey, and thank you for sharing your journey with me this morning. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for sharing in the class today. That was a short shavasana today because it was a shorter class. So if you want to turn off the video and continue shavasana, you can do that. To have a really good shavasana, it's good to have it between 6 and 12 minutes. So if you feel you need a little more time, then just go back to shavasana when you shut the video. But have a great day. Thank you for joining.